Welcome, my name is Nicole, and this is a restorative practice for the week. So restorative is we're going to have lots of props and we're going to hold the poses quite a bit longer than normal, but it should feel really easy. It should feel really relaxing. So we'll move slow, and then so we're going to get into these, and so you could relax deeply. I will ring the bell each time we switch poses, so you don't have to keep looking up or feeling like wondering if things are changing. So I'll ring that, and then we'll move to our next pose. And let's talk about some of these props, and then you can pause and gather. I have 2 throw pillows. You can use any kind of like pillow like that. I have a blanket folded, so it's fairly thin, so it'd be more for laying the back of my head on. I have 2 blocks. I have an eye pillow, which is optional. I have this blanket because it might be a little chilly, and I'm also wearing socks. Since we're not really moving, you want to make sure that you set yourself up to be warm enough. And then the thick pillow, and it's pretty important, but you could use like couch cushions. But yeah, we'll use that a lot. And another optional item might be a chair, something that you could rest your head on, but we'll get to that. Anyway, so go ahead, gather your things. We're gonna begin with legs up the wall, and help it be nice. So maybe rub your eye pillow, set some things aside, maybe rub your blanket for warmth, and then you're just gonna come to the wall, bring your legs up, go ahead and lean back, lay down, and then you can grab a little blanket for the back of your head here. Let's see. And then decide if you're comfortable, and some adjustments you can make. So if your knees are really bothering you, you might be too far away. You might want to scooch closer. If we're supposed to have your whole back is resting, head down, so you don't want your hips lifting at all. And then if your low back's bothering you, you can scoot away some and bend the knees. So just decide where your optimal relaxation is gonna be. And then the hands can come out, opening up, and we can go ahead and begin. Just begin whenever you arrive, and decide on your perfect position. Maybe cover yourself, maybe grab that eye pillow, and then we're gonna be here for about 5 to 6 minutes. I'm just focusing on the breath. Deep breaths in, and then exhale, releasing, relaxing. You can encourage tight muscles and sending your breath there. Encouraging those shoulders to relax, your neck to relax, jaw. And then keep your ear out for the bell. And very gently deepen your breath. Totally relax, though. We don't need to rush here at all. Once you feel ready, very gently begin to let your legs come down. And then as you're ready, you can return, helping yourself with your arms back to the seated position. And then for our next posture, you may want the blanket again for warmth. You may want your eye pillow again. And your little folded blanket, or you could have like a little flat pillow or towel for your head. And then we're going to grab now for our bolster, our thick pillow. And so what we want here is just lean back. This is just going to be a simple supported back bend for just 2 to 3 minutes. So into lean back, and maybe on your position the bolster around your lower ribs, and then begin to lay back. And you may want a thicker pillow, right? Like my head is barely reaching, so this might not be, so I might want to try the smaller, flatter pillow here. Let's see. Okay, that works a little bit better. And you can even do a little layering here too. So just take the time to set yourself up so you feel comfortable. And so your head isn't hanging. And then you can have your hands out or resting on your heart space. Then you can have your knees bent or legs extending out. And then go ahead and find your position. Maybe grab that eye pillow, grab that blanket. All right. And then arrive again in the pose. Deep breaths. Maybe sending those breaths into your heart space and allowing your breath and the relaxation of this back bend to help open. Deepen your breath. As you feel ready, roll to your side and push yourself back to a seat. And then we can keep these here. All right, so our next pose will be using our bolster, using our pillows. So let's do this setup first. So take your bolster and 2 blocks. So, you know, so gonna have the base for the bolster here, and then the bolster's gonna sit up. So we're gonna be leaning against, just to make sure that it's secure. And then our pillows are gonna support our knees here. And you may want like extra ones if it still feels, when the soles of the feet are gonna come together, and if it still feels like too much, you could add extra pillows. And if you feel like your feet are sliding, you can position your feet against a wall so they can't scooch you out, or secure them with a strap, for the sake of having all these props already. But do whatever you need to do. There's no right to make this comfortable. So we're scooching next to our bolster so we can lean back and position our pillows, and our soles of our feet are touching, the knees are opening wide. And then I'm going to grab my blanket because I'm chilly. And you grab your eye pillow. And then the hands, if it's uncomfortable resting on the floor, then you can also prop the arms up. What you want is nice opening across your heart. It's real passive, but super great for all of our hunched overness, you know, like to be able to just relax deeply into this posture. So try to set it up so you're not really having any sensations anywhere, whether that's raising the knees or the arms. And then go ahead and begin. We'll be here a little bit longer, right? Than the last pose was the back bend, so it was a little shorter. We're back to another 6 or 7 minutes here. make your way back to seated. And then this time, I'm going to set these pillows off to the side. So well as the eye pillow. And we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold here, supported. So you can, and this is where you might want that chair. So if you would just want something high that you can rest on, or maybe you can create that here with the blocks. And the floor's chilly. Or maybe grab the pillows here, right? We could stack these guys up. Again, you don't really want a whole lot of sensation. So that's why if you want like a higher chair, and you're gonna rest your forehead down. So we'll be here for a few minutes. Go ahead and begin when you are ready. And deepen your breath. Allow yourself very gently come out of the posture. We have one more, our final relaxation pose. So, those things you can set aside. Maybe grab the bolster for under your knees. And grab that eye pillow again. Maybe grab a flattish pillow or that folded blanket for your head. Something to cover up. Great. And we're gonna knees. Again, you really want to be quite comfortable here. Cover up. And then, just take that time. Lightly roll the shoulders under. The hands are gonna palms up. And great work. And we can begin our final resting pose, or our supported Savasana. It's for another 5 or 6 minutes here. as you feel ready, roll to a side. Use your hands to push yourself back to a seat. And just pause for a moment. You need to go rush off. Relaxation, keep sinking in. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope this was a relaxing experience for you. The light within me sees and recognizes light within you. Take care.